Hello and welcome to today's buzz. My name is Nadike Chukuma Peter. I trust you're doing fine. So today I want us to look at how nothing takes God by chance. Nothing at all takes God by chance. Things might take us by chance as humans, Things might take us by chance because we only know but now. But nothing takes God by chance. He is He is the Alpha and Omega. He is the all-knowing God. So let's quickly look at one of why I say that nothing takes God by chance, even when the situation looks looks hopeless. It is never hopeless with God. So let's look at Revelation chapter 12 from verse 7. It says, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." So I want us to just look closely at this. For a war to break out in heaven, God did not get involved in the fight. He did not get involved in the fight. Why? Because he had already put things in place for any such unforeseen circumstance. So for rebelliousness, he has already put things in place to see to that. Like the president of a nation puts law in place, there's a law governing every nation. So the president or the lead man doesn't have to show up at every state, at every local, at every community, at every local government. He doesn't need to show up to 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 carry out or to impose the law on the people. No, the law is already there. The thing has already been set. So whenever anybody goes contrary to the set law, we will get the repercussion of that. So if someone steals in a particular state, the law enforcers that are there would simply do what is needful without the head coming down, to enforce it. So that is exactly what God has done. So even after the devil came down to the earth, after he was cast down to the earth and he deceived man, he got man to obey him, making man lose his authority on the earth, because man was given authority on the earth, but man lost that authority by obeying the devil. So, but what I want to bring out from there is that even before that, even before man lost authority, there was already a provision for salvation. Even before that, in the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 8, it says that the lamb was slain from the foundation. The lamb was slain from. Let me read it. He said, "And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the lamb slain from the foundation of the world." That means the lamb has been slain from the foundation of the world. The lamb was slain before man fell. There was already a provision for that very mistake, for that very failure. There was already a provision for it. So it did not take God by chance. Nothing takes God by chance. Nothing. So there was already a provision for it. So even after man fell, you see, all that man needs to be saved was already provided for. So if you move on in the course of nothing takes God by chance, you see, there are certain situations where we as a people, we get involved in. It looked like someone had betrayed us, or it looked like our lives are going south the way we did not plan it. There are so many, excuse me, there are so many stories in the Bible, of course, that shows us how God, nothing takes God by chance, and how he has already made provision for things. In the book of Romans chapter 15, verse 4, it says that, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for us, or for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So, this is me bringing you hope of what has been written in the Bible or in the scriptures. So when we look at, let's look at a typical example of Joseph. Joseph had a dream, a vision, and as a lad, a young man, thinking, he was excited about his visions and dreams. So anybody would have just said, come on, you need a support system. So he went to his family, told his family. The same family ganged up against him. Did you understand? They ganged up against him. Despite that, they ganged up against him. From sharing his dreams with his blood brothers, he ended up being a slave in Egypt. From there, he got into a war scandal, about raping his boss's wife. He landed in prison. This was someone that had a dream, and we know when you have a dream inspired by, because God in the Bible scripture says that God speaks to us through dreams and visions. So if God speaks, so God has spoken to him that this is what is going to be, but it looks like the enemy is trying to fight that. But the devil or no situation can take God by chance. So you cannot outsmart or outplay God. So God was already waiting in front, or had already made provision to bring victory, to bring victory. So this is Joseph. When the brother, let me just sum it up. When the brothers finally came to Joseph, found out this is Joseph, Joseph told them, don't beat yourselves. Don't be angry with yourselves. God has sent me ahead to preserve lives. And it was like that was not convincing enough. He told them again, in the same chapter, he told them again, God has sent me ahead to preserve you guys. He was trying to encourage them. He said it 3 times. Why? Because nothing takes God by chance. For everything that looks discouraging, that looks off, that looks like it's not what you planned for, you see, they never take God by chance. When the war broke out in heaven, it did not take God by chance. There was already provision for that. When man fell, it did not take God by chance. There was already a provision for salvation. So the same way, for your life right now, or for whatever is going on, maybe in your ministry, maybe in your business, and God spoke to you about it. God spoke to you about it. God spoke to you about it. It never takes God by chance. If he is the one that has released the word, according to his Isaiah 55, he says that the word that I speak, he said just like snow, like rain, is to the. Let me open that for us. The book of Isaiah 55. So I won't quote it wrongly. Isaiah 55, I think from verse 11. He says, okay, let me read from 10. He says, for as the rain comes down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but waters the earth, and makes it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. It says, so shall my word be that goes out of my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing I sent it to. So you understand? So for the things that so if God has spoken to you about it, because we know that dream of Joseph was inspired by God. So God had already made provision for it to manifest. That is why he said, he is the end from the beginning. He knows the end from the beginning. He is Alpha and Omega. So nothing takes him by chance. You might not know the process, he might not explain to you the process, but all through the process, even while they were trying to kill Jesus, not knowing that killing him was actually to bring about the salvation, to bring the manifestation of the salvation, to make, they didn't know that killing Jesus was actually fulfilling scripture, and of course offering the sacrifice itself. Because for every sacrifice that is to be offered, there must be a slitting of throat, there must be a shedding of blood. So killing Jesus Christ was actually fulfilling what he was supposed to, what was supposed to be. So in their own mind, or in the heart of those that killed Jesus, they were doing that, to just end him. But they were actually fulfilling what was supposed to be. Same thing with the Joseph's brothers. And also David. David also had similar story. So whatever attack it may be, or whatever it is that is coming against you, or that looks like it is not what God has planned for, I am telling you, they are all working together. They are all working together. They are all working together for your good, because you are called according to the purpose of God. So as long as you are called according to his purpose, all things are bound to work for your good. So nothing takes God by chance. Nothing takes God by chance. I hope this blesses you.